Seniors, add these nuts daily to fight cataracts. Naturally, almonds support cataract prevention in seniors by supplying the lens with one of the most protective nutrients it depends on, vitamin E. Cataracts often begin forming quietly when the proteins inside the lens start to clump together. This clumping usually happens because oxidative stress builds up faster with age. Some eye specialists explain that vitamin E acts as a natural shield against this process, helping the lens maintain its clarity for a longer time. Almonds provide a gentle, steady source of this nutrient in a form the body absorbs well, making them one of the most effective nuts for supporting lens health. The lens of the eye remains clear only when its proteins stay stable and flexible. Over time, sunlight exposure, everyday oxidation, and age-related wear weaken the lens's protective layers. This makes the proteins inside more likely to fold or stick together, creating the cloudiness known as cataracts. Vitamin E from almonds helps protect these proteins by reducing the oxidative pressure that leads to this breakdown. When oxidative stress is managed, the lens can maintain clearer structure, supporting sharper vision and reducing the dull edge that often appears gradually with age. Almonds also support the eye by helping strengthen the membranes that protect the lens. The outer layers of the lens are easily damaged by light exposure, especially ultraviolet rays. Some researchers highlight that vitamin E helps stabilize these membrane structures, keeping them intact despite years of sunlight and environmental challenges. A stronger protective barrier helps the lens stay clearer and more resistant to clouding. For seniors who spend time outdoors or in bright rooms, this steady protection becomes especially important. Another benefit of almonds comes from their ability to support circulation around the eye. Good blood flow helps deliver antioxidants and nutrients to the lens, which has no direct blood supply of its own. Instead, it relies on surrounding structures to bring in what it needs for daily repair. The healthy fats in almonds support the tissues involved in this delivery process, helping them function smoothly. When these surrounding tissues stay nourished, the lens receives better support, allowing it to maintain clearer function as the years pass. Almonds also play a role in helping the eye handle the daily oxidative load created by normal activities. Exposure to bright sunlight, digital screens, or indoor lighting causes oxidative byproducts to accumulate in the lens. When these byproducts are not neutralized, they gradually damage lens proteins. The antioxidants in almonds, especially vitamin E, help clear these byproducts before they cause harm. This support helps reduce the cloudy film that can slowly form over time, giving the lens a better chance to stay clear. Some specialists mention that vitamin E also works with other antioxidants already present in the eye, helping enhance their effect. The lens uses multiple layers of protection to stay transparent. When vitamin E supports these systems, each layer becomes more effective. This teamwork strengthens the eye's ability to resist early cataract formation and supports seniors who may already feel their vision becoming softer or more sensitive to light. Almonds help support the eye's natural repair processes during sleep as well. The lens works all day without rest, filtering light and adjusting to constant shifts in brightness. When nighttime arrives, the eye begins repairing the strain accumulated throughout the day. Vitamin E helps protect the lens during these repair cycles, allowing damaged proteins to be managed more efficiently. Seniors often notice that consistent antioxidant support helps reduce morning edge or difficulty adjusting to bright light after waking. Another meaningful benefit of almonds lies in their support of the tear film. Although cataracts occur inside the lens, dryness on the surface can increase the feeling of blurry or clouded vision. The healthy fats in almonds help support the glands that keep the eyes lubricated, making the tear film more stable. A stable tear film keeps the lens better protected and allows light to enter the eye more cleanly. This creates a clearer visual experience and reduces the strain that contributes indirectly to lens stress. Some researchers also discuss the role of vitamin E in helping protect the lens from harmful molecules produced during metabolic processes. These molecules become more active with age and can damage lens fibers. Almonds provide steady support for the enzymes responsible for handling these molecules, helping the lens remain stronger and more resilient. When these protective systems work well, seniors experience fewer sudden shifts in clarity and less sensitivity to bright environments. Almonds also help support the overall comfort of the eye by reducing oxidative strain in the surrounding tissues. When these tissues remain calm and balanced, they place less pressure on the lens. This indirect support contributes to a smoother visual experience and reduces the tired or heavy feeling that can develop in the eyes after a long day. By helping maintain a healthier environment around the lens, almonds contribute to long-term visual comfort. The nutrients in almonds also support the natural transparency of lens fibers. These fibers are arranged in a precise, layered pattern that bends light cleanly. With age, this pattern becomes more vulnerable to disruption. Vitamin E helps preserve the alignment of these fibers by protecting them from oxidative change. A more stable fiber structure helps maintain clearer vision and reduces the glare or halos that sometimes appear in low-light conditions. Almonds offer consistent, gentle support rather than dramatic changes, which is exactly what aging lens tissue needs. Cataracts develop gradually, and the most effective natural supports work the same way, slowly, steadily, and reliably. By helping protect lens proteins, supporting surface comfort, strengthening membranes, and enhancing antioxidant defenses, almonds give seniors a simple daily tool to preserve clarity. Their nutrients work quietly but meaningfully, helping the eyes age more gracefully and allowing seniors to maintain sharper, more comfortable vision over time. Walnuts support cataract prevention in seniors by supplying the eye with a rare combination of omega-3 fatty acids and protective antioxidants that help reduce the oxidative stress responsible for clouding the lens. Cataracts develop when the proteins inside the lens begin to break down and stick together. This process is strongly influenced by inflammation and oxidative pressure, both of which increase steadily with age. Walnuts deliver nutrients that help calm these pressures, giving the lens a better chance to stay clear, flexible, and resilient as the years go by. Omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts play a central role in supporting lens health. These fatty acids help maintain the stability of cell membranes in the tissues surrounding the lens. When these membranes remain flexible and well-nourished, the lens receives better protection from environmental stressors such as sunlight, heating systems, and prolonged screen exposure. Some specialists explain that omega-3s help reduce low-grade inflammation in the eye, which contributes to protein damage inside the lens. When inflammation decreases, the lens can maintain its natural transparency more easily. Walnuts also provide antioxidants that directly support the lens. The lens is one of the few structures in the body with little ability to repair itself, which means antioxidants are essential to help protect it from harm. The vitamin E and plant compounds in walnuts help neutralize the oxidants that slowly accumulate from light exposure and metabolic processes. When these oxidants remain unchecked, they trigger the clumping of lens proteins that forms cataracts. By helping neutralize these harmful molecules before they cause damage, walnuts offer a layer of protection the aging lens depends on. Another important benefit comes from the way walnuts support circulation around the eye. Good blood flow helps deliver nutrients that protect the lens, even though the lens itself has no direct blood supply. Seniors often experience slower circulation due to natural age-related changes, which can reduce the delivery of antioxidant support. The healthy fats in walnuts help support vascular flexibility, making it easier for nutrients to reach the surrounding tissues that feed the lens. Stronger circulation supports better nutrient delivery, helping the lens stay clearer and more stable. Walnuts also offer support for the eye's natural defenses against sunlight, a major contributor to cataract formation. Ultraviolet light produces harmful byproducts that gradually weaken the lens and increase clouding. The antioxidants in walnuts help protect the tissues that filter and absorb this light. When these tissues remain strong, the lens experiences less stress from daily exposure to sunlight, even mild indoor lighting. This becomes especially important for seniors, whose eyes naturally become more sensitive to light over time. Some researchers highlight that walnuts help support glutathione, one of the most important antioxidants inside the lens. Glutathione clears harmful oxidants that damage lens proteins. With age, glutathione levels decrease, and the lens becomes more vulnerable. The nutrients in walnuts help support the enzymes that regenerate glutathione, allowing the lens to maintain stronger protection. When this internal antioxidant remains active, the lens stays clearer for longer. Walnuts also help protect the lens from the metabolic strain associated with aging. As adults grow older, their cells produce more oxidative byproducts during normal function. These byproducts interact with lens proteins, altering their structure and causing them to lose transparency. The fatty acids and antioxidants in walnuts help reduce the formation of these byproducts, easing stress on the lens and supporting clearer vision throughout the day. Another way walnuts support cataract prevention is by helping reduce microinflammation in the tissues around the lens. Even mild inflammation can speed up protein damage inside the lens. Walnuts contain natural compounds that support the body's ability to keep inflammation under control. When inflammation stays low, the eye can maintain a healthier environment, reducing the rate at which cloudiness forms. Walnuts also play a role in supporting the eye's ability to handle dryness, which can make cataracts feel more noticeable. Although dryness does not cause cataracts, it increases visual discomfort and makes the clouding inside the lens more visible. The healthy fats in walnuts help nourish the eyelid glands responsible for producing the protective oils in the tear film. When these glands work well, the tear film stays stable and the eye feels more comfortable, helping seniors maintain better clarity. Another benefit comes from the way walnuts help the lens withstand daily oxidative challenges like bright screens, outdoor glare, and artificial lighting. These sources create small layers of stress on lens proteins, and the antioxidants in walnuts help reduce the accumulation of these harmful effects. When the lens faces fewer daily irritants, it stays clear for a longer period, and seniors may notice less sensitivity to glare. Walnuts also support the health of nearby tissues that help regulate the shape and focus of the lens. These tissues depend on steady nourishment to remain flexible. When they weaken, the lens becomes more vulnerable to stress, which accelerates clouding. The fatty acids and antioxidants in walnuts help keep these tissues strong. When they function well, the lens is under less pressure, and its structural integrity is better preserved. Some specialists note that the nutrients in walnuts help maintain the transparency of the lens fibers, the tiny strands arranged in a precise pattern that bends light. As oxidative stress increases, these fibers lose their structure, causing light to scatter rather than focus clearly. The antioxidant support found in walnuts helps protect these fibers from damage. When the fibers stay aligned and healthy, seniors experience clearer, more stable vision. Walnuts also help support the eye's overnight repair process. During sleep, the eye works to restore balance and remove oxidative waste. When this process slows with age, cloudiness in the lens becomes more noticeable. The nutrients in walnuts support the enzymes responsible for clearing these waste products, helping the lens stay clearer by morning. Together, walnuts provide a blend of omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin E, and antioxidant compounds that work with the body to protect lens proteins, support circulation, calm inflammation, and reduce oxidative stress. This quiet, steady support helps seniors maintain clearer vision and slows the natural clouding of the lens that leads to cataracts. Walnuts offer a gentle but meaningful way to help the eyes age with more comfort and clarity. Pistachios support cataract prevention in seniors by supplying the eye with two protective pigments that become more important with age, lutein and zeaxanthin. These pigments settle in the tissues around the lens and help shield it from the harmful light that contributes to clouding. Cataracts often form when ultraviolet light and high-energy visible light slowly damage lens proteins. Pistachios provide these pigments in a natural, easily absorbed form, giving the lens added protection during daily exposure to sunlight and bright indoor environments. Lutein and zeaxanthin work by absorbing wavelengths of light that create oxidative stress inside the lens. When harmful light reaches lens proteins, it speeds up the clumping process that causes cloudiness. These pigments act as internal filters, reducing the amount of light that reaches vulnerable areas. Some eye specialists explain that foods containing lutein and zeaxanthin help slow the progression of cataracts by reducing this daily burden. Pistachios are one of the few nuts that naturally contain meaningful levels of both pigments, making them especially valuable for seniors concerned about lens clarity. The antioxidants in pistachios also help protect the lens from oxidation, which is one of the strongest contributors to cataract formation. As adults age, the lens loses some of its natural ability to defend itself. The protective molecules it once produced become weaker or less abundant. Pistachios provide antioxidants that support the enzymes responsible for clearing harmful oxidative byproducts. When these byproducts are kept under control, the lens remains clearer for a longer time, helping seniors maintain sharper vision and reducing the appearance of hage or glare. Another important benefit comes from the way pistachios support the lipid layers surrounding the eye. These layers help protect the lens from environmental irritation and dryness. When the eye becomes dry, the lens experiences more direct exposure to light and heat, which increases oxidative stress. The healthy fats in pistachios help support the tissues that maintain the tear film, creating a more stable and comfortable environment. A stable tear film helps filter light evenly and reduces fluctuations in clarity that make cataracts feel more noticeable. Pistachios also help support the health of the macular region, which indirectly influences cataract development. The macula plays a major role in filtering light before it reaches the lens. When the macula is well supported, less harmful light reaches the deeper structures of the eye. The pigments in pistachios strengthen the macular pigment layer, allowing the eye to filter blue and ultraviolet light more effectively. When this filter becomes stronger, the lens endures less stress, slowing the clouding process and helping seniors maintain clearer vision during daily activities. Some researchers highlight that pistachios contain compounds that support the body's natural inflammatory balance. Inflammation contributes to cataract formation by weakening the tissues that help protect the lens. When inflammation increases, the lens becomes more vulnerable to protein damage. Pistachios help calm mild, age-related inflammation in the eye through their blend of pigments, healthy fats, and antioxidants. A calmer internal environment helps the lens maintain its structure and slows the rate of clouding. Pistachios also contain vitamin E, a nutrient known for supporting lens protection. Vitamin E helps prevent protein oxidation, one of the earliest steps in cataract development. When lens proteins lose their shape due to oxidation, they begin to clump together. The vitamin E in pistachios helps prevent this misfolding, preserving the transparency that the lens depends on to focus light cleanly. This support becomes increasingly important as adults age and their natural stores of vitamin E decline. Another meaningful benefit comes from the way pistachios support the eye's ability to recover from daily light exposure. Every day, the lens faces small amounts of stress from sunlight, screen use, and household lighting. Over time, these small stresses accumulate. The nutrients in pistachios help the lens handle this load more effectively by supporting antioxidant defenses. When recovery improves, seniors may notice fewer moments of cloudy or dull vision, especially after spending time outdoors. Pistachios also provide support to the cell membranes of the lens fibers. These fibers must remain flexible and well-aligned to allow light to pass through cleanly. Age-related changes make these membranes more rigid and vulnerable to damage. The healthy fats found in pistachios help support the flexibility of these membranes, allowing the lens fibers to maintain a more organized structure. A healthier fiber structure helps reduce scattering of light inside the lens, improving clarity and reducing glare sensitivity. Some specialists note that pistachios help protect the lens by supporting glutathione, one of the strongest antioxidants found naturally in the eye. Glutathione levels drop as adults age, leaving the lens more susceptible to oxidative damage. Pistachios contain nutrients that support glutathione-related enzymes, helping the body maintain stronger defenses. When glutathione remains active, the lens is better able to resist the protein changes that lead to cataracts. Pistachios also support long-term visual comfort. Seniors often experience sensitivity to light and glare as cataracts develop. This sensitivity occurs when the lens becomes uneven or scatters incoming light. The pigments and antioxidants in pistachios help reduce the oxidative changes that create these irregularities. When the lens surface stays smoother and more uniform, seniors experience less glare and more comfortable vision in bright conditions. Another significant benefit is the support pistachios provide during nighttime repair. The eye performs much of its repair work during sleep, clearing oxidative waste and restoring balance. Pistachios offer nutrients that help the lens complete these nighttime tasks more efficiently. When recovery improves, seniors often notice clearer morning vision and less cloudiness upon waking. Together, pistachios supply a combination of lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin E, healthy fats, and natural antioxidants that help protect the lens from the slow, cumulative changes that lead to cataracts. By supporting both the macula and the lens directly, pistachios offer seniors a simple, natural way to help preserve clarity, reduce glare, and slow the clouding process that affects vision with age. Brazil nuts support cataract prevention in seniors by supplying one of the most powerful minerals the aging lens depends on, selenium. Cataracts form when the proteins inside the lens become damaged and begin to clump together. This often happens because oxidative stress overwhelms the eye's natural defense systems, which become weaker with age. Selenium is essential for the enzymes that protect lens proteins from this damage. Brazil nuts provide an exceptionally rich, natural source of selenium, making them one of the most effective nuts for supporting long-term lens clarity. The lens contains specialized proteins that must remain clear and flexible to bend light correctly. As adults grow older, oxidative stress increases and these proteins become more vulnerable to change. When they lose their structure, they begin to stick together, forming the cloudiness associated with cataracts. Selenium from Brazil nuts supports the enzymes that prevent this misfolding. These enzymes work like a protective shield inside the lens, helping stabilize its proteins so they remain transparent and function properly, even as the eyes age. Brazil nuts also help support glutathione activity, which is one of the most important antioxidant systems inside the lens. Glutathione protects lens proteins from oxidation, but levels drop significantly with age. When glutathione declines, the lens becomes more susceptible to clouding. Selenium plays a key role in supporting the enzymes that regenerate and recycle glutathione. By supplying this mineral consistently, Brazil nuts help the eye maintain stronger natural defenses. A well-supported glutathione system keeps the lens clearer for longer, reducing the risk of early clouding and helping seniors maintain sharper, more comfortable vision. The lens has no direct blood supply, which means it relies entirely on the surrounding fluids of the eye to deliver nutrients. When oxidative stress increases, these surrounding tissues also become strained. Selenium helps protect these tissues so they can continue supporting the lens efficiently. With healthier support structures, the lens receives more consistent nourishment, allowing it to maintain its clarity and resist damage from daily exposure to light, heat, and environmental irritants. Brazil nuts also contain antioxidants that complement selenium's protective effects. These antioxidants help neutralize the reactive molecules that accumulate inside the lens from sunlight, screens, and normal metabolic activity. When these molecules are not neutralized, they speed up the changes that lead to cataracts. The combination of selenium and antioxidants in Brazil nuts helps reduce this daily burden, making it easier for the lens to maintain its transparency. Seniors often notice that when oxidative stress is reduced, glare sensitivity is less intense and vision feels more stable throughout the day. Another meaningful benefit comes from the way Brazil nuts support the eye's connective tissues. The structures that anchor the lens in place rely on strong proteins to keep it centered and properly aligned. With age, these tissues weaken and place additional pressure on the lens. The nutrients in Brazil nuts help support the health of these surrounding tissues, providing stability that indirectly protects the lens. When these supportive structures function well, the lens experiences less strain and maintains clearer focus. Brazil nuts also help support long-term eye comfort by reducing low-grade inflammation around the lens. Even small amounts of inflammation can speed up the breakdown of lens proteins. Selenium helps regulate the enzymes that manage inflammation, creating a calmer environment for the lens to function in. When inflammation decreases, the risk of protein damage and clouding decreases as well. Seniors often find that reduced inflammation also helps limit the tired, achy feeling that sometimes accompanies developing cataracts. Another important role of Brazil nuts lies in their ability to help the lens withstand thermal stress. The lens sits in an environment where temperature fluctuates slightly throughout the day, especially during outdoor activities or exposure to warm indoor air. Heat increases the rate at which proteins degrade. The antioxidants in Brazil nuts help protect lens proteins from this heat-related stress. By calming these reactions, the nutrients in Brazil nuts help preserve the clarity and arrangement of the lens fibers. Brazil nuts also support the eye's nightly repair processes. The lens carries the burden of filtering light all day long, and nighttime provides the only opportunity for it to recover. Selenium supports the enzymes responsible for repairing minor protein changes that occur throughout the day. When these enzymes function well, the lens can restore its clarity more effectively during sleep. Better overnight repair often leads to clearer morning vision and less cloudiness upon waking. Some researchers highlight that selenium may support the stability of the lens capsule, the thin outer layer that keeps the lens protected. When this layer becomes weakened by oxidative stress, the lens becomes more vulnerable to clouding. Selenium strengthens the proteins within this capsule, helping it remain firm and resilient with age. A strong capsule helps preserve the internal environment of the lens, reducing exposure to harmful molecules that accelerate cataract formation. Brazil nuts also contribute to overall visual comfort by helping the eye manage daily exposure to bright light. Cataracts often make glare worse, and oxidative stress intensifies this effect. By supporting antioxidant systems, Brazil nuts help the lens stay more uniform and less prone to scattering light. When light scatters less, seniors experience less glare, fewer halos, and more comfortable vision in both daylight and artificial lighting. Together, Brazil nuts offer a powerful, natural source of selenium and antioxidants that strengthen the enzymes protecting lens proteins, support glutathione levels, calm inflammation, maintain structural integrity, and help the lens recover from daily stress. Their nutrients provide steady, meaningful support for the aging lens, helping seniors slow the clouding process associated with cataracts and preserve clearer, more comfortable vision for years to come.